Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, the 12th day of January. Today is National Curried Chicken Day. So apparently that's the only kind of chicken you're supposed to have today is curried chicken. Not hurried chicken, not worried chicken, just curried chicken. See what I did there?
I see.
It's National Kiss a Ginger Day today, National Marzipan Day today, National Pharmacist Day, and Shop for Travel Day. Keep that one in mind because I've got a study we're going to talk about in a bit. Actually, I'll just tell you now, and then this is my sneak preview. It says a study found that people who travel more are happier.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, so we'll get to that when we get to the studies
And
as
I
well.
haven't traveled for a while.
I know,
just
it's
saying.
probably time for all of us to get out and do a little traveling one of these days. We also have Tuesdays with Charlie coming up. Going to chat with Heidi's
Best time
daddy.
ever.
He's a crazy man, but we still enjoyed talking to him. That's coming your way before you know it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We already mentioned this study. A study found that people who travel more frequently tend to be happier. Do you think they needed that study?
I don't think they needed that study at all.
I do think we all need to travel a little bit. So I can't wait till it's a little easier for people to do that because people do tend to get a little unruly when they don't get to go and do stuff. A survey called the Federal Risk Index named the most dangerous city in America. Which city do you think that is, Heidi?
Oh my gosh.
Federal Risk Index, most dangerous city in America is?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, yes, you guessed it. I think we talked about
we did.
This same thing like a week ago. I think that, I don't know if it was the same study or a different one. And a new report claims coronavirus has crushed the cocaine market, but has led to a spike in marijuana consumption. So there you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. According to an arrest report, after police found a scale and some bags containing a white and brownish substance in a backpack, a Florida man claimed that, it's a bag of sugar and some cornstarch. I'm going to bake a cake.
Yeah, because you put that all in a bag.
Yeah, 30-year-old ex-con Jethro Genius was a passenger in a Honda.
Genius.
That's his name, by the way. He was pulled over at 3 a.m. New Year's Eve. They removed him from the vehicle, and they discovered that he had this backpack filled with 2 large bags of white and brown substances and a scale. And that's when he said, no, I'm going to bake a cake.
Yeah.
Anyway, both substances turned out to not be that. They contained ecstasy. In addition to narcotics trafficking, he was also charged with introducing contraband into a detention facility when he dropped a bag of meth while in custody. So he had a little more that was there that they didn't find. So, yeah, got himself in trouble because that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. I'm sure there's probably at least 1 or 2 people listening that have already had a chance to see this, but Katie Couric is hosting Jeopardy this week. So Alex Trebek's final episodes he had filmed a couple of months ago before he passed away, just wrapped up last week, and this week they've got the new guest hosts in place, and Katie Couric, I don't know if it's all week, but I know she's hosting this week. And I think it might even be the whole week. And then this kind of makes me sad. I remember watching Caillou when our kids were little.
Oh, yeah.
Did we like the show? I don't
No.
remember. We didn't?
No.
It's interesting.
Our
because
son did. I never liked Caillou.
It says here, parents around the country are ecstatic that the children's show Caillou has been canceled. And I was looking into that. Everybody was saying Caillou was a brat.
It's so annoying.
Was
it was
it?
the most annoying
I
show.
do not remember. I just remember
It
the
was
show.
horrible.
I know exactly what Caillou looks like, but I
Yeah.
don't remember. Online, apparently, everybody's saying Caillou was a really naughty kid. I don't know.
For me, it was more the themes, just the whole concept in general.
Well, I didn't mean to open any old wounds here.
horrible.
This is Big Screen, Little Screen.
Blue's Clues, on the other
you
hand,
go.
I loved.
Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of giftcardchallenge.org. The Sun is reporting a mystery triangle shape has been spotted inside a secret hangar at Area 51. Can we break this story down? First of all, it's The Sun, which they also had a great little article about Bat Boy a few years ago, which was wonderful. It's a mysterious triangle inside a secret hangar. If it's secret, how do they know?
Right.
And again, I'm not saying that this isn't accurate, but I'm just saying, just in the headline, there's some things I'm
sounds a
pointing
little
out.
kinda-
And there is a link in the show notes for those of you interested in this. And if you find something that's fascinating, please let me know. A fisherman reeled in a decomposed body off the coast of Brooklyn last week. That was
my.
1 week ago. Yikes. That's not. Can you imagine going fishing and catching a body?
No.
That would be bad.
I can't imagine going fishing.
I would, we had a terrible fishing incident a couple years ago. When Heidi was done, she looked like a corpse. We were deep sea fishing, and she was
I'm
very
okay on a
violently
lake.
ill.
I love lakes, but I'm
was-
not an ocean person.
Well, I know that now. A British vet says throwing a stick for a dog is dangerous. Could damage the dog's health. I think it means you throwing the stick and the dog catching it. I don't think that dogs are throwing sticks, but the way
No, I'm pretty sure.
the way it's written, it kind of sounds like. The veteran from the Royal Veterinary College said owners should use rubber toys or rubber balls instead. They categorize serious injuries caused by dogs being stabbed, grabbing the stick. Like they go down to get it and it stabs something
because
inside
they're
their mouth.
running at it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they say it's a really bad idea because they run and fetch the stick, but it can cause damage.
Yeah, and if they would trip or stab it on something as they're running
we
back.
tell our kids not to run with scissors or pencils or
Right.
anything, and then we have our dogs running with sticks. So I
Yeah.
guess that does.
Oh, that would be awful.
And speaking of pets, when it comes to owning a pet, there's definite yes animals like dogs and cats and birds and fish. And then there's some maybe animals like monkeys and miniature horses and pigs. But then there's a definite no list. Scorpions, wild boars, and hippos. Let's talk about that for a minute. A South African man was bitten and killed by a pet hippo. The hippo's name was Humphrey, by the way, which is exactly what I would name a hippo. Hippo, Humphrey
They're
the hippo.
mean.
But Marius Els would often ride the hippo, get on his back and ride it as though it was a horse. He previously said the animal was like a son to him. And then the hippo, just the tail end of last year, killed him.
Yeah,
Yikes.
they're really mean.
And one last thing to get to here. I've been holding on to this for a while, not because it's like some special thing, but I just hadn't had a chance to get to it. So I decided, even if I go a little long today, I'm reading this. It says the 2020 Olympics will be held this summer in Beijing. They were delayed a year due to the pandemic. I just don't know if that's a good idea to even schedule it yet of all places, in Beijing. And there's people lobbying to get bubble soccer added as a spectator sport. If you don't know what that is, I do have a link to it. I think it's really funny. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie, he'll give us some guff. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
And he's not on the phone. Oh, it's because he's right there.
Again.
How you doing, Charlie?
I've been sitting here for 3 weeks. You call the phone. No wonder nobody answered.
You got some good stuff for us today, Charlie?
I don't know, but I'm going home right after this.
I don't blame you.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an ant that only lives in a 14-block section of New York City
Really?
and nowhere else on Earth.
Wow. It's a snooty little ant that won't leave.
14 blocks, that's big for an ant.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
That'd be like crossing the United States
Yeah, I suppose.
in a
I bet
wagon.
there's more than one. It's not like that one ant has the rule of that 14.
Oh, I think he's probably the king.
Certain kind of ant, not just an ant.
He's a big ant. Well, there's some stuff at work right in there. Speaking of toilet paper.
But we weren't.
Oh, I thought we were.
Nice segue.
Costco sells enough toilet paper per year to wrap around the world 12 times.
No kidding.
Okay.
I was reading a deal the other day about Costco and some of their good buys.
Yeah.
Apparently, toilet paper is one of the best out there for the money.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hey, we better end here with one last thing here.
Oh, we're ending here? All right.
Yeah, then I'm going to answer a question.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
It
It takes nearly 2 days for a human to discharge. Oh, if you swallow Lego, it takes nearly 2 days to pass it through your body.
Does it depend on which color the brick is?
Well, it depends on which Lego part.
Does it really?
Well, I would imagine. Oh,
The bigger ones would get caught up more, I would think.
Yeah.
So if it's one of those tiny little,
So the little
Things.
like two prong yellow
Or one-
fellas.
or those little one prong ones.
Yeah.
well,
what if
some,
it's-
some come out faster than others.
What if it's that big green sheet that you put all the How'd you even swallow that?
Exactly.
And what speed do they come out?
I don't know.
No,
The yellow ones quicker than the red ones?
I would assume.
Well, maybe we can get a government grant and you could
We
just
can
like
do that study.
hang
Make
around
Dad
here.
swallow a bunch of Legos.
Well,
and
wait a minute.
time
There's
'em.
3 of us here. Like 3 colors, and we'll see who does first.
Lego races.
And he's in the lead. Here he comes up. It's looking yellow. No, it's a blue one. Okay, give me a question. I'm going home.
Oh, that's a good idea. How about this one here? Now, you don't have a cell phone, do you?
Nope.
And we were just talking about that, and somebody couldn't believe that you don't have a cell phone.
I do, but it's in the dresser and the battery's dead. And I tried it once and I couldn't make it work, so there it
So
sits.
it's only for emergencies?
Yeah, if you're in my dresser drawer.
Well, what year was the very first model iPhone released?
iPhone. What's an iPhone?
iPhone. It's the
It's a-
Apple phone.
I'd use the banana phone, but what year was it?
Yeah, what year was it first released? The first one?
1980.
No. It's 2007.
That's close.
You weren't close at all.
Well, I was within 27 years.
No. Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, that actually
That's
is
pretty good for an old
close.
man, yeah.
Yeah. I was within 27 years.
That's close.
We're going to give it to you.
Okay. There'll be a little bonus in my paycheck.
Whatever you got last year, let's add 20%.
Add 20%.
Well, Charlie, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
We're doing it over the phone from now on.
I don't blame you.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Daddy.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The longest word in the English language has 189,819 letters.
Whoa.
One word. I'm not going to spell it out here. I'm certainly not even going to try to read it. But it's a protein nicknamed Titan, Titin, or Titin, yeah. Anyway, it would take 3.5 hours to say it out loud, apparently.
Oh, good Lord.
It's a 189,819 letter long word. So that's a mouthful. Or a bunch of mouthful. It's a lot.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's today's fun fact. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline, England. Scientists in England say antidepressants are, the use of them rather, has soared in their country during the last year. So, with the lockdowns, with all the stuff going on, apparently people in England are more depressed than they were the year before that. Anybody shocked by this? So anyway, they did a study to find that out. I do have a link to the study if you want to get all of the details, but I bet most of us probably already realize why. But just in case, it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. According to the Sheriff's Office, a Florida man who rode his airboat through the streets on New Year's Eve and threatened to kill deputies as they tried to take him into custody, he got himself in some trouble. They say they were called to Mimosa Avenue at 11:30 p.m., right before New Year's Eve, right before the ball dropped on New Year's Eve. 40-year-old Joseph Prohaska was riding an airboat on the streets, again, 11:30 at night. A public information officer said that he knocked over trash cans, was shooting off fireworks, and riding this little airboat back and forth, revving the engine to cause a disturbance and mock law enforcement. He was placed under arrest, began making threats when deputies tried to take his father into custody, telling them, quote, "I will kill you if you hurt him," end quote. Facing charges of disorderly conduct and making threats to a law enforcement officer. None of that, by the way, sounds like a good plan. All sounds like a bad plan. I can't believe it doesn't mention alcohol involved, because you almost think it has to be. But
right.
It doesn't say it, so that's why it's here as today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Police say a British man tried to sneak a samosa into jail by hiding it between his cheeks.
Okay, and what's a samosa?
I had to look this up. It is a fried pastry.
Oh.
West Midlands police say they discovered the fried
Why would he
pastry.
need to what?
Well, let me finish. It says, in one of the most unusual incidents of 2020, we had a few incidents, they said, and one that sticks in my mind is this guy who tried to take this fried pastry into jail with him. When they did the search, they found it in between his cheeks, is all we're going to say.
Eaten it?
Well, they say that the hungry detainee said he acted out of fear that he wouldn't be able to get any decent snacks in prison.
Oh, my God.
He said he wanted to sneak this into his cell as a snack. He didn't think that the food that we have was that good, police quipped. He obviously has not read our positive TripAdvisor reviews. Which, if they have those, that is pretty funny. Oh, this is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, fake news or Florida. A South Beach lifeguard claimed she couldn't be busted for indecent exposure because she worked at a nude beach. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
It is fake news, yes. Good job. How did you know?
Well, because you wouldn't be busted if you were at a nude beach. That's why.
Oh, well, there you go. See? You figured it out. Foiled again. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Take a listen to this good news, Heidi. Here's a headline. A woman saves a family from a fire, and it was all caught on the family's doorbell camera.
Oh, cool.
So a woman in Arizona is being hailed as a hero when she rescued the family who lives next door. Absolutely. And it was all caught on their camera. It says January 1st, 2021, our lives were changed forever. And you can actually watch the video footage. Carolyn Palish said she was getting ready on the morning of the 1st. She saw smoke coming out of her neighbor's home. And that's when in the home, Nicole Salgado and her husband and her children were all there. She said, all I could think of was the kids. So she went over and banged on the door until the family got out safely. Every minute mattered. Police say the roof collapsed minutes later, and the family of 6 probably would not have made it out alive if it wasn't for their neighbor. It says from that morning forward, they became much more than just my neighbors. She said the family is going to be a part of their lives forever. And they said she saved our life. So that is really cool.
Yes, she
did.
did.
She saw the smoke, and I don't know exactly what the details were, if they were sleeping still when all this happened. There's a video that you can check out if you would like. It's in the show notes for today. There's a link that takes you to the video. I did not watch the video. I just read the story. But if you want to see all the details, you can find that again at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.